Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Dom Gonzalez here, Arizona Christian Basketball. Thanks for taking a couple minutes. You know, you're a graduate student. You've been at Arizona Christian your entire career. That's the first thing I want to ask about. I mean, not many guys do 4 years at one place anymore. Why'd you stick around at Arizona Christian? Talk about it. It's a great place.
Yeah, I love it there. I just think the biggest thing for me was it's always been bigger than basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And like I knew the ball was going to stop bouncing for me at some point.
Yep.
And I take my faith very seriously. So that was like a heavy consideration in my decision at staying there too, was just how God has used basketball to get me to ACU. So I could be closer to him for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I know you're doing the graduate studies and I can't remember the name of the program.
It's Christian leadership.
Christian leadership. Yeah. So what does that apply to? So what kind of a field could you go into with that?
You can go into sports ministry. You can work at any church.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty broad, but it's niche in the sense that it's like Christian leadership.
Right. So, and with the athletic background.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know when a lot of schools, like especially the schools in India, a lot of schools do missions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know that the fact that they're basketball players kind of helps draw.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big draw.
Right.
Drew Lutz did one last year with Bethel. Mm-hmm. He's very active in that. So you, not only that, I think you've been either a GSAC or a National Scholar Athlete every year. Yeah. You're a very, very good student. Were you a good student? You went to Ironwood High School.
Yes,
you're a local guy.
I am, yeah.
Yeah. So were you always a good student?
Yeah. I've always been a good student. I wasn't able to play growing up if I had like a C.
So your parents were really strict.
My
awesome.
mom was always on me saying, you need to get A's and B's or you're not playing. So I was trying to play. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, that was a big motivation, wasn't it?
For sure.
So you grew up, you went to Ironwood, and you won the 5A title.
Yes, sir.
I think you were the state player of the year. Yeah. And then this is something I didn't know. You played with Trent Hudgens at Ironwood.
Yes, sir.
Of course, he went to Santa Clara, and then he ends up back over at Arizona Christian.
Yeah.
And then you played against. I wrote it. Sorry, I wrote it down because it's over at Sunny Slope, which was they were kind of a rival, right?
They were.
Yeah, Paul Hayden played there.
Exactly. So it was a family reunion almost when we all came to AC.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So you're a local guy. You know, Coach Rudder comes calling. And I know you just talked about the faith was real important, but what was the final decision? Because a lot of guys want to get at least a few hundred miles away from home. That's pretty common, right?
Yeah.
Why did you stay home?
Yeah, so ACU has a new campus now. They've been out for about 5 years. And their old campus was about like 20 minutes from my house, 25 minutes. The new campus is 5 minutes from my house. And this was right around the time.
You talk about staying home. You
exactly.
stayed home.
I stayed right down the street. So around the time of me making my decision, they moved. And I was like, dang, now it makes even more sense. And I knew Arizona Christian was a really good NAIA program. Like historically, they're always contenders to some extent. And I knew like I would be able to make an impact like right away. And I was thinking about going to Division I. But I was like, I go to Division I.
You had some offers, right?
Yeah. Like I go to Division I, then I probably won't play right away. I might have to redshirt. Or I can go to ACU, play right away, just develop way quicker. Mm-hmm. And I just think like in the long run, that was better for me.
So I got a question for you. You come out of a really good high school program. You were dominant in that program. What did you think going into NAI? Did you feel like, I might dominate here?
Yeah,
you know?
So I didn't think that because I already knew. So I had a high school coach who played
at Arizona Christian.
Yes,
I read
Talib, that. Yeah. But he ended up
say his name. I talked over you.
Coach Talib.
Yeah, okay.
But he ended up passing away. But we had long conversations about ACU and like I could go there. It's really good. Like the talent level is really good.
So when you started playing NAI basketball, you weren't surprised by the talent level?
Yeah, no, not
Some guys are. Some guys, they end up going NAI and, I'm just going to come in here and dominate. Yeah. Now, when you started playing, you go when OUAZ was really good, and you go to the Masters. I mean, you're playing, top level, like Caleb Lowry.
Yeah,
he's
really
got to
good.
be the best player on the West Coast for sure.
Mhm.
You know, what's it like to go up against guys like that?
Yeah, it's super fun. I just think playing against like really good talent, you either like are afraid of it or like you rise to the occasion too. And I've always been the guy like if somebody's really talented, like I'm gonna go at you. Like you have to show me that you're good.
Right.
You know, like that's my mindset. So
Yeah, that's probably been the way you've been for
yeah,
when you were young, I bet.
yeah, just growing up, like I grew up without a father, so
Okay.
I've always like carried that chip on my shoulder, like I'm gonna go at whoever's in front of me, just because I've been doing that my whole life. Just
Does your mom still get your report card at ACU? Does she ground you?
She asked me about my grades all the time. Actually. She says, "How's
She's
your
a good
grades?"
mom. She's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
mom.
I
So
love
when
my
you
mom.
go to Arizona Christian, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've been here every year you've been at Arizona Christian. Or did you miss a
Except
year?
for I missed 1 year. I believe it was my sophomore year. We lost to Carroll in the opening round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that was the COVID year, so that might have been my.
Yeah, we don't count the COVID year.
Yeah.
So you guys, did you play with Robbie Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you guys went to, you were in the round of 8, then you were in the round of 4, then the round of 16, and now you're in the round of 4 at least, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to get off track, but Robbie Wilson, one of my favorite basketball players of all time.
Yes,
He ran up and down the court like he was being chased by lions.
Yeah.
Nobody.
High
Did
energy.
anybody play with anybody who played harder?
No, he's definitely one of the hardest workers I know.
Yeah.
Even off the court too, like it still translates. And he always brings energy. Like there's never a down day with him.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Robbie too. So this season, I just asked Lorenzo. I mean, this season with the Firestorm has been really an electric season. You guys got so many athletes. I mean, guys that impressed me day after day. Sao Nakpomo, I like that guy's game. He's a really good guy too. Jalik Dunkley, and then you put them on the court together. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Whenever I was saying during the Grace game, I was saying that every time I would look down there and Grace would get the ball inside, all I see is all these heads above the rim. Have you ever played with this many, athletic guys?
Yeah, this is the most athletic team I've been a part of. Like I was just telling our coach after the Grace game, I remember one play where Rick Nichols got a rebound, and I just look up and his head's like at the rim, and he just gets the ball. I'm like, come flying in. Whoosh. I'm like, holy cow, these dudes jump out the
How
gym.
lucky was that for the Firestorm? I mean, bad for all of that the Antelope Valley closed up. That was a bad deal. But how lucky for the Firestorm to get Nicholas.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Oh, he's phenomenal. Yeah, and being at Arizona Christian, he got better, because he's around a lot of better players. Yeah. So you're looking at College of Idaho now. You're looking, it's another level, and every level you go to it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. Just what do the Firestorm need to do Monday and Tuesday? Yeah. What mindset do you need to bring in?
I think if we wouldn't want it any other way, we don't want the easy way. We think College of Idaho is one of the best teams in this tournament. We think they're really good. So that means we're going to need to bring our A game in the little things. Because, you get to this point of the season, everybody you play is really, really good. But it's the little things that are going to separate you, like boxing out or rotating on defense, talking on defense, setting a screen. Like those little details can push you over the edge when you're playing a team like College of Idaho with their talent level. And then obviously, like Zoe just said too, just executing the game plan and just really locking in on that.
I want to ask you about a couple of your teammates before I let you go. Earlier in the year, I got to interview Lorenzo, and Anthony Howe was with them, and he's a big dude. Yeah. But I didn't know, I plead ignorance, I didn't realize he had almost 100 assists this year. Because when I think of Anthony Howe, I think of him just turning, putting that shoulder down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He puts his shoulder down and, man, the freight train's going and he's scoring. Yeah. I didn't realize he distributes the ball really well.
Yeah, he's a really, really good passer, which is good for me because I like to shoot the ball. So throw it in the bill, he's going to find me on the backside. So.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even have to look. He knows where you are, doesn't he?
100%, yeah.
Yeah. What has it meant to you, especially coming from a family, your mom, where academics and school is really important? what has it meant to you to be a part of Arizona Christian, the community there, and the Firestorm? It's been a God blessing, hasn't it?
Yes, I've been so blessed by Arizona Christian. I actually met my fiance there. We're getting married in about a month, so
well,
that's
congratulations.
Really cool. And yeah, it's like my home away from home, even though it's right down the street.
So you're a senior this year, right?
Yes, sir. It's my last year.
Yeah. What, you got mixed feelings inside you?
For sure. Definitely a little bittersweet. Like, I'm really excited that we're playing right now, but it's also like my careers could be over tomorrow, could be over on Tuesday.
Yeah.
A couple of days left. So.
Well, I'm sure going to enjoy the last couple of days, and you do too. I mean, and your mom was somebody, whoever told you that basketball thing was finite was very, very smart.
Yeah, that was my high school coach.
Yeah.
Jordan Augustine. That's my guy.
That's Dom Gonzalez, Arizona Christian. Thank you so much for giving me the time.